You throwing off the vibe. Man, I don't got time. It's all about the vibe. Oh, that I got time. I ain't got the goons, stack with me. Don't come through with bad energy. You ain't with the vibe. Don't waste my time. Yeah, what's good like making? In the making, a young tycoon that's sicker than typhoid and spit like a typhoon to the rain. Live in the streets where the money's hunted by drainages. If it's aimless, ain't a single thing that can change it. I'm changing it. Get your dollar straight and circulate, then gang with it. Aim for your partner, pocket and pop. That's dangerous. If you ain't with it, you throwing off the vibe. Man, I don't got time for that. It's all about the vibe. All that I got time for. I ain't got the booze, stack with me. Don't come through with bad energy. You ain't with the vibe. Don't waste my time.
With the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And here's Pickett to put it in the air off the bat. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And see, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too foul, instead of just letting it rip. I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Now Pickett. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
To the air on 1st down with Pickett. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Trey Hendrickson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Give him 32 on the play.
And the Steelers first down. This is like watching paint dry. Come on, get it together.
Harris running straight ahead. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Here's a 2nd and 8. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw, Pickett. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Calvin Austin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Now it's Burrow. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great effort there. 65 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Evan McPherson for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke down the left sideline. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Mixon with a first down carry, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You look at the Steeler defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Burrow. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Burrow looking to pass. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Evan McPherson on for the field goal. A 47-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the interception set him up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 2. They run again with Harris. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down.
And that's caught inside the 35. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 10 more there and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Pickett to throw on first down. A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Pickett. And here's Freiermuth again. It'll be a gain of 5. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call. And they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They run for it with Harris. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now it's Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, Burrow. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. And quickly, they get to the line.
Second and 6. At the 46-yard line.
On second down, here's Burrow. To Mixon on the check down. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. He's a reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right? You'd make sure that he gets targeted, but the thing about it is the route running. That's what makes him so dangerous, is because no matter what is presented defensively, he runs his route with such skill that he's able to go up and get the football first in each and every situation.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete.
With how the coverage was positioned, up was about the only spot the quarterback had to try and deliver that pass. Just put a little too much height on it. Incomplete.
Second and 10. Burrow will throw. He's into space past the 25. And he gets this one down to the 24. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open.
Touchdown, Bengals! Mercedes Lewis, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Pickett. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He'll let it fly for Austin. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, and try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. A 57-yard punt, 11 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. Over the middle, and It's incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. The Bengals drive about to get going. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought the first half, they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And this one's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Inside handoff to Nixon. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. And now they're in the hurry-up. Burrow on 3rd down. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone. First down.
First down, Steelers.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Second down and 12 at the 19-yard line. Here's Pickett. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. Touchdown! George Pickens from 19 yards away. And the Steelers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Bearcats made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And he's going to be dropped following a pick up a 7 past the 30 to the 32. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he rifles one incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
Big play. Stay tough, boys. Stay tough. Big play here. Big play. Let's make something happen. Come on.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to have the Bengals first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Burrow. Flushed out right. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that one too wide and incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Toward the sideline, intercepted. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but throw one to the big guy. But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercepted. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Burrow. Steps away to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Come on, fellas, we need this. Let's do it.
Here we go. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 11.
12, 12, 12. 11, 11, 11.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Steps away. Oh, no, he lost the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field. And they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. But it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game. It's DJ Turner who's got it. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And Burrow going to keep it himself. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Burrow going to keep it on the sneak. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Bengals are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. That's caught. It's Austin left side. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 43 yards.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the fourth quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
There's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 43 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Second down and 6 now. Looking to throw, Pickett. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They give him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Back to throw, Pickett. Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Steelers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point put through by Boswell. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Here we go.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Second and 1, and people want to run the football. This is what every back in the league is supposed to do, exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now Burrow changing the look. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
So with your team leading in the fourth quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Joe Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
11.
Here we go with Burrow. Out to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
And once he escaped the pocket there, he tried to keep those eyes downfield, but nothing was materializing. So he makes a smart move and gets that to the sideline.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Pickett to throw. That's to Freiermuth. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for him there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Running a jet sweep. This is Austin. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Pass complete to Harris. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The towels are waving. Steeler fans on their feet. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw here. Pickett. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Pickett. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And they will get the timeout. So 3 seconds remaining, and they can trot out the field goal unit and try to send this one to overtime. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And his kick is right there. It's good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it'll be the Bengals with the football here to start the overtime session as the kick is away.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start, but they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. Burrow will throw.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball, let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now Burrow on 1st down.
Finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Back-to-back completions, and that puts them in enemy territory.
And we're always looking for that elusive term, momentum, aren't we? And I think they're building it with the back-to-back completions. Now they feel like they can either take a shot or continue to build it the way that they're doing now. Safe throws, get it to their playmakers, and see what happens.
11, 11, 11, 11, 12, 12, 12.
Mixing up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
Overtime with less than 2 minutes to play, and we are still all tied.
One, ready?
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon.
And he'll take this down to the 33.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
This a 2nd and 8.
From the gun, a give to Mixon. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down.
Here's Burrow. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they have regained the lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here in the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up, because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Yeah, and I'm taking the defense's perspective on this one, partner, because now they know with a 3-point lead, they can afford to give that up because you just keep playing, right? The overtime gets extended. But if you give up the touchdown, it's game over. So on offense, every play you make, you've got to try and get just a little bit more out of each one in order to try and get to the end zone, because they're going to play everyone back, keep everything in front.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now Pickett. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down.
Going for it on 4th down. Here's Pickett.
Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
Gigantic play by this defense, Charles. So they came back in the 4th quarter, took the momentum into overtime, and now they take the football.
And how do you think the team that just blew their pick feels right now? They surrendered the lead, got to overtime, had a chance to redeem themselves, and now they put the game in jeopardy with another pick.